Hey guys, it's Laura, and as of today, I have completed 70 days or 10 weeks of my modified 75 Hard challenge. As always, 75 Hard is a mental toughness program created by Andy Frisella. Participants have to complete 5 tasks every day for 75 days. If they fail any of the tasks on any day for any reason, they have to restart the 75 days. The tasks are making a diet and sticking to it with no alcohol and no cheat days, drinking a gallon of water, reading 10 pages of a nonfiction book, doing 2 45-minute workouts, one of which must be outside, and taking a progress photo. I made one modification to this challenge for myself, which is instead of drinking a gallon of water, I'm drinking 90 ounces of water. This was my last full week of 75 Hard. As of the day of filming this, I actually only have 5 more days of the challenge left to complete, which feels honestly surreal. This week was difficult and I definitely did struggle with motivation this week. There are a lot of things that I want to talk about, but I'm almost thinking that I should save my thoughts for when this challenge is over and I make a video summing up my entire experience with this challenge. For this week's recap, I think I just want to go through the 5 tasks of the challenge and talk about how I achieved them this week. So first I'll talk about my diet. I have been eating in a calorie deficit, which is the diet that I made for myself at the beginning of the challenge. I've also been trying to do intermittent fasting again. I have been trying intermittent fasting periodically throughout this challenge. And I think in terms of weight loss, I do see the most results week to week when I am doing intermittent fasting. I think when this challenge is over, I really would like to give intermittent fasting a fair chance where I just focus on intermittent fasting as opposed to focusing on all of these different tasks affiliated with 75 Hard. I do think intermittent fasting is kind of, maybe not a learning curve, but just something that your body has to adjust to. And I think it would be easier to stick to intermittent fasting or adjust to intermittent fasting if I wasn't also worrying about all of these different rules. In terms of the exercise rule, I did mix things up a little bit this week. Last week in my video, I talked about only doing walks last week, but this week I still did a lot of walks, but I also mixed in some running and 1 yoga session. In terms of the progress photos, I do kind of feel like I'm slacking on them. Like I'm taking the photos, but as opposed to doing them early on in the day with natural lighting, I'm basically just like waiting for before I go to bed and just taking it with whatever lighting there is and with whatever clothes I'm wearing at the time. So I don't think that they're the best progress photos to kind of show a day-by-day transformation, but I don't really think that the photos have been that important for me. I think that the other tasks in this challenge are much more valuable and I've gotten a lot more out of them. I think it would have made a lot of sense to do, let's say, 1 progress photo a week or 1 progress photo at the beginning and then 1 progress photo at the end, but I don't personally think I really see any value in taking a progress photo every single day. So in terms of the reading rule, I am still reading Bird by Anne Lamott. I actually only have about 50 pages of this book left to read, so I'm actually set to finish this book on the very last day of 75 Hard. It will feel pretty special to finish this book on the very last day of the challenge. Once I finish this book, I will have completed 5 books during the course of 75 Hard. And finally, in terms of the water rule, I have really been struggling with the water rule this week. As I've been struggling throughout the entire challenge with the water rule. One update is that I went to a friend's cottage yesterday and I spent the day there, and then I actually left my Stanley water bottle at the cottage, and the cottage is about 2.5 hours away, so I can't just go back and get it. I'm gonna have to wait to get it from a friend. So I had to switch up the water bottle that I'm using. So right now I'm using a 24-ounce Starbucks cup, reusable obviously. I don't love this. In order to reach my water goal, I'll have to drink about 4 of these every day. But honestly, it is what it is. It's going to be for 5 days. What can I really say? Anyway, that's really all I had to say for today. As I said, I wanted to save a lot of my thoughts about this challenge for my next video, which will be the last video of the challenge, summarizing my entire experience taking on 75 Hard. Don't quote me on this, but I may take a few days or a few weeks after I finish 75 Hard to actually film and edit a final video. But I'm sure I will get a final video out where I go over my thoughts throughout the entire challenge, as well as my results. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I hope that you have a great day and I hope that you enjoyed watching this video update. Bye.